What is up, guys? Welcome to episode number 98 of Diggity, a video game podcast. I'm Jeff James. As always with me, the incredible, unobtainable ruler of the American Samoa, Luscious Brody Faults.
Oh, damn.
Oh, yeah.
American Samoa.
Yep.
What's up, buddy?
Not too much, my dude. Not too much at all. Just happy that it's it's Thursday when we're recording this. But it's gonna be Friday when the sweet people of this earth listen to this great food for their ears. And that means that the weekend's coming up. Except in Australia, because that place doesn't exist, right?
That's right.
That's awesome. What does exist are Instagram and Twitter at Diggity Podcast. You can also head on over to our YouTube channel, search Diggity, Diggity, and we will now show up. Just a couple videos underneath Blackstreet. No Diggity, the music video. Little brags. Subscribe to our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, TuneIn, or wherever you listen to your audio podcast if you haven't already. When you hit that subscribe button or that follow button, guess what? New fresh hotness hits your phone. We slide into your DMs. We bypass all the bullshit of life. And you get to find out when the new hot ear freshness comes forth into your life. Damn.
Wow.
I'm on fuego.
Wow.
Woo. Damn.
Ear freshness, hotness.
Absolutely.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot to deconstruct there.
The fresh, hot ear food, baby. Woo. Yep.
Gross.
Love
Disgusting.
it.
Let's jump into Diggity deals.
Yeah, please do.
So Nintendo Switch, you can get Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate for $24.99, which is 50% off on the US eShop. Xbox, you can get Bloodstained Ritual of the Night for $31.99 on the Xbox Store. And on PlayStation 4, you can get BioShock The Collection for $14.99 on the PlayStation Store. And I highly recommend that if you have not played the BioShock series. That comes with a 2 Diggity thumbs up from Brody.
2 earlobes up.
Oh, God. Let's get away from ears.
All right, cool. Let's jump right into it then. We have a couple quick ones before we get into the deeper news. But Celeste and Inside will be the next free games on the Epic Game Store starting on August 29th. So another addition to Epic Game Store, which, by the way, feeling pretty good about Epic Game Store. Not that I ever felt like terrible about it. I feel like they're really doing a good job. So...
Yeah, and also Celeste is incredible, and I have not played Inside yet, but I did play. I cannot think of what the game before Inside was, and it wasn't Outside.
Limbo.
But yeah, Limbo. Thank you. Limbo was awesome, but I haven't played Inside, so I'm pumped to give that one a shot. Good stuff. For Honor is free and yes to keep, not just to play, on Uplay from August 20th through the 29th. So some more PC news there. But For Honor, we didn't like it, but a lot of people do.
And that's okay.
And that's fine.
Free games, man. Whatever. Dragon, is it Dragon Z S? Is that how we do it?
Oh, it's Dragon Quest 11.
So. We forgot Quest in the show notes. Damn it. Dragon Quest 11 S. Echoes of an Elusive Age. Definitive Edition has a demo that launched today in the Nintendo eShop. The demo will allow you to play roughly 10 hours of the game, and progress will carry into the full game if you decide to purchase it. Probably one of the longest demos I've ever heard of in my life.
Yeah, that's incredible. I mean, that's
insane, dude.
That's 10 hours. That's 10 hours. It's awesome. I definitely am going to give this a go because I kind of was on the fence about this series. I've never really played a Dragon Quest game. It's right up my alley. It's 100% something I would play. But I'm definitely going to give this demo a shot. And if it's as good as everybody is saying it is, I will probably end up picking this up. But right now, Fire Emblem has completely consumed me. So there's that. We got some Game Pass editions coming up. Dead Cells will be coming to Xbox console and PC Game Pass on September 5th because they for whatever
We have
reason, have
3 of
made
them
it
now.
way too confusing. And Creature in the Well, which is that pinball style top down
Oh,
game.
yeah.
Yeah, which I'm pretty pumped about. It will be coming to the Xbox Game Pass for console and PC at launch on September 6th. So 2 days in a row, you get some pretty awesome games on there, and Game Pass just continues to kill it, absolutely destroying it.
Hell yeah, Game Pass.
Yeah.
Way long ago, we talked about a Lord of the Rings adventure card game on the podcast, like a long time ago.
Yeah.
Well, it's finally got a release date. The game is a narrative card game based on the tabletop version of the game that was released back in 2011. Players put together fellowships of up to 3 heroes from the free folk to embark on adventures against the forces of shadow, as directed by Sauron. The game will be released on August 29th for Nintendo Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and Steam. So pretty much everywhere, except for Epic Game Store. Hey.
How do you feel about card games? Like not like sitting down and playing like a rummy or something like that. Like these kind of card games.
Rummy.
Rummy.
Well, first of all, we live in Indiana, so the first go-to card game is euchre.
Well, obviously.
Pretty much, or pinochle.
Pinochle. Yeah. Played a decent amount of both of those.
Or spoons.
Spoons. The violent one.
Yes. But for card games, I don't know. I'm not the big. Here's the thing. I'm actually a big fan of physical card games. Like, played a shit ton of Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day. Still have Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Played a shit ton of the actual Pokemon trading card game. Like, actually played the Pokemon game that nobody ever played.
Wow. What is there, like a dozen of you?
I know, right? With the coin and everything, dude. Played Magic the Gathering as well. And I enjoy those. And probably the only digital one that I actually have enjoyed is Hearthstone, just because when it came out, it was kind of like new. Card games weren't new on PC, but the way that Hearthstone was kind of different. And I enjoyed it for quite some time.
And Hearthstone has really set the tone for pretty much all the card games since then.
But now there's just too many of them.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
it was kind of like the Battle Royale thing.
It takes you back to the days of the pinball shit.
Well, yeah. I mean, really? I just mean it kind of started this whole thing where now everybody's making a card game and this and that.
Yeah, but they're all doing it wrong too, because they're just taking they're just taking IP and skinning it on top of it like that. That's why I allude back to those, whatever pinball days where it's like SpongeBob pinball, Kiss pinball, blah, 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 like all on your Xbox. And it's like, come on, dude. So I don't know. Maybe it'll do good. People love Lord of the Rings. I like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I was kind of looking at some screenshots in the video from it. And I don't know. There's just something about it that didn't quite look right to me. It kind of looked cheesy, which sometimes happens with the Lord of the Rings stuff. I think something about that IP does not translate well to like an animated game. I think it's just too fantasy. I don't know. There's something about it that's just it doesn't work for
me. Or maybe I don't know. Maybe not unpopular opinion, but the Lord of the Rings trilogy. That like back when they were
I know what you're gonna say, and I want you to get the fuck out.
No, they're good.
I'm just kidding.
They're really good movies. The CGI blows ass in them.
Oh yeah.
It does not stand up at all. Well. It does not stand up at all to today's standards. I mean, it is fucking awful. Like Legolas slides off of that fucking thing or whatever.
Of that exact scene.
It's so bad. It's bad.
It's rough. Yeah, I do wish they'd actually redo those, but I am really not a big fan of the card games. Like you said, I played some of the physical ones back in the day. I mean, I collected more cards than anything. I know that's probably not very surprising considering I collect all sorts of random ass shit. But I actually did play the Yu-Gi-Oh card game. But yeah, something about
I had the plastic arm
card.
Thing. I had the deck dueler, baby.
Oh, of course you did.
I got to hit a button.
You still have it? Do you still have it? Are we
No,
gonna
I
find it at
don't.
your parents' house in Canada?
I don't. Yeah, hey, we got to do like a special episode from Canada.
I challenge you to a duel.
Can we do a special episode from Canada? Like maybe we'll
Hell yeah, we can.
like one.
One mic.
Well, no, we'll take one day off that week for the podcast because it's vacation, but then and it's a holiday. But we'll also we'll do one or whatever. But yeah, I remember. Dude, this thing was so fucking clunky. You like took it out, and you're like, it's time to duel, and you like hit a fucking button, and this thing sounded like just like two garbage cans like clacking together because it's just all plastic when it fucking shot out. It was like, and it was all spring loaded, and then you put your cards into it, and you'd be like, I play Dark Magician. It was awesome. I love it. Icky Bio Jackmoid, man. Used to fucking kill people in tournaments with that fucking card. Used to kill people in tournaments with that card. Won so many card packs at Jeff's Comic Shop in Peterborough, Ontario, Canada. Fucking killed it.
Somehow all of my cards disappeared at some point in time. I have none of them anymore. No. It was long before I ever even met my wife. All of my cards just disappeared one day. Gone. Never found any of them. So I have none of my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I do still have some old Pokemon cards and like various other cards. But yeah, card games and shit, I guess.
Yeah, one time I came home and my Pokemon cards, my father had only used like the element cards anyway, so it was okay. But he was using the element cards to like fucking mask off something on his car that he was painting.
I fucking love your dad.
I came home from college and I was like, what the fuck is this? And he's like, with the little cards, I was masking. Like, I forget what it was. There's some like little thing that he was like priming or whatever on his like classic car. And he decided to use, instead of fucking cardboard or newspaper or other shit, he decided to specifically go into the crawl space, find my fucking Pokemon cards, and use them. Thank God I had like a little like metal tin of all the like holographic ones and shit. And that was somewhere else. But yeah, he decided to go in there and tape them like individually. It just made no fucking sense. I don't get it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So moving on, I guess, there will be a Cyberpunk 2077 gameplay stream on August 30th at 11 a.m. Pacific time and 2 p.m. Eastern time, the only time zone that actually matters. I'm just kidding. But the stream will consist of 15-minute edit of the 50-minute gameplay that is being shown off to journalists and gamers at Gamescom. After the gameplay, there will be an interview with the devs for additional information on gameplay, including insight into the creative decisions, more information on Pacifica, which is one of the districts of the Night City, and a lot of differences in the play styles and more. I think I'm kind of Cyberpunk 2077 out until the game actually comes out. I'm just I've reached full hype, and I just want it to come out. And it still seems like it's so far away that I don't care right now, I guess. I have too much other stuff to care about other than this.
I'm with you. I do want to see gameplay. That's something I haven't seen yet. I mean, that's kind of one of the things I was hoping for. I mean, E3, we saw Keanu Reeves, which, I mean, that's great. But at the end of the day, we all got fucking played. Because instead of seeing gameplay, we saw Keanu Reeves.
Right. Yeah, I am excited to see some gameplay for sure. And is this the same 50-minute gameplay that we saw at or that they showed off at E3 and behind closed doors?
I'm pretty sure this is a separate one.
This is a separate one because they never released the one from E3 either, as far as I know.
No, that was closed door.
Yeah, but usually they or last year they released it later on, like a month later or something like that. But
no,
yeah.
I think they did the one for E3. I think this one will get. I mean, obviously, well, this one's getting released because it's a 15-minute edit. But I think that one was so early on with some changes and shit that they didn't want to put it. Because this doesn't come out till what 2020, in like what late 2020.
Comes out like next spring.
So a whole year.
I don't remember the exact date.
Almost a year and like
it's
4 months.
6 months. It's like 6 months.
Oh, next spring.
God
God, we're in that part of the year where people start saying,
they just all
hey,
run
yeah,
together.
man,
Yeah.
in spring. It's like, okay, cool. So like the fucking year.
Yeah,
Now,
it's like I think it's like 7 months away or something like that, 6 or 7 months. But
surprised
yeah,
that they're not doing more shit,
yeah, I
more
don't know.
showing
I've been seeing
off.
a lot of the Cyberpunk 2077 stuff. Like even if it's just
Yeah, but it's like
a
dumb
new
stuff where they're
picture
getting,
released or something, right?
yeah, but it's like they're getting the influencers out to like a party and they've
Yeah.
got cyberpunk jackets.
As far as I know, though, like last year at E3, they showed a video of gameplay esque, or it was something. It was like a demo of some sort
Mm,
behind closed doors, and then it was like a month later they actually released it to the public. Which part of that was because it leaked, and then they released it. But this year, it was kind of expected that it was going to release as well at some point after E3. And we haven't seen that video. That's why I was curious if this was going to be the same video and they were just kind of using the same thing. But at
I
the
don't know
same
why
time,
they.
I imagine a lot of the journalists at Gamescom are the same journalists that were at E3, so
Right,
that
yeah.
probably wouldn't make sense. But
Why don't they
yeah,
just really do like a stream? I mean, I feel like just doing a stream and
well,
playing some shit for it would really just help it. Do a half-hour stream
I
and
bet
ask
they
the
will
question.
once they get closer. I think it's
It
just
just
so
seems
far
so
enough
close
out.
already now.
Oh, I know. It's one of those things that seems so
And you
close, but
have
it
to
also
constantly
feels
do
so
shit, dude,
far.
because you've
Yeah.
got this fall's
Oh,
absurd with games coming out,
yeah.
and the spring's going to be pretty loaded too, dude.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Next spring's looking pretty good too. But yeah, this fall is just absolutely insane. I'm thinking, I think they keep getting their name out there enough that they're definitely still relevant. I mean, nobody that was interested in this game has forgotten about this game. It's still,
Right.
I mean, The Witcher 3 gets brought up in every game thread, regardless of what it is. Doesn't matter. Somebody's going to bring it up. So 100%, there are a ton of people that are looking forward to this game. I
Oh
don't
yeah.
really think they need to do a whole lot to generate more hype at this point, but
No.
I would love to see some gameplay and see some more gameplay. I guess we've kind of seen a little bit of, but not really. But yeah, I am still extremely excited for this game, but this far out, but yet also this close. It's this weird, awkward time that it's like it seems so far away, but it also seems so close, all at the same time. And it's weird. And there's a lot of games coming out this fall, and I'm far more concerned about those right now than I am Cyberpunk 2077. If that makes sense.
No, it makes total sense. My thoughts
Okay.
exactly.
Cool.
Something that has been revealed is the official roster for the Mortal Kombat 11 Combat Pack. Combat with a K.
Well, of course.
Mm-hmm. Shang
Mhm.
Tsung is available now. Nightwolf is available now. It's 2019, so Terminator T800 is available October 8th. Everyone's on the
Yeah.
Terminator route.
Yeah. I don't know what that's all about.
Well, there's a movie, right?
Well, I know, but it's
And there's
also
marketing dollars, clearly.
it's also a franchise that the last movie wasn't all that great.
The movie was shit. Fun fact, too, there was once a roller coaster called Terminator. Oh, God, I think it was Rise, something Rise, whatever. What
Yeah.
was the name of that one movie? The one that was like 6 or 7 years ago, Terminator, Rise of the Resistance. That's it.
There you go.
There was a roller coaster, Magic Mountain, California, Six Flags Magic Mountain, Terminator Rise of the Resistance. There's a fire roller coaster that had flamethrowers on it. Got fucking shut down and got reskinned to just like something called like Resistance or something like that instead of Terminator because nobody gave a shit about a Terminator roller coaster.
Yeah,
And
I
Six Flags has
mean,
this habit of like paying for the IP for like 2 years. And then they
right.
go, oh, fuck it. All right, tear everything out of here that has to do with robots, and we're going to turn this into steampunk.
Yeah, and now it's just a regular roller coaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care about the
Because
Terminator
what is
thing
this
right
now?
now.
Terminator is now in Gears. It's in Mortal Kombat. It's
Oh,
in
there was one other
God,
one.
there's one more. I think Cyberpunk's gonna have some Terminator shit. I mean, that's the one that makes most sense to me.
What was that other one? Damn.
Okay, you look that
We
up
just
while I read off these other ones.
Oh.
Sindel will be available November 26th. Joker will be available January 28th. Spawn, awesome, will be available March 17th. The combat pack is $39.99. And for those who did not purchase the premium edition of the game, that is your price. The combat pack also includes a decent amount of other skins and early access to the new content as well. So hit that up. I mean, you really get your value out of this right now with Shang Tsung and Nightwolf. And then shortly after that, I mean, you got a good stream of stuff to keep you busy, my dudes, when it comes to Mortal Kombat 11 Combat Pack. Did you find it?
I'm just seeing a lot of Gears 5 stuff. I know there was one other one though. It
Was
was
there
like a
another
vehicle
one?
or something. Yeah.
Was it
It was
another
like just
one though, or was it we just thought they were joking, or we thought it was
might
gonna be
have
Terminator?
just been joking about it. That's possible. That's very possible.
I think it was us fucking around.
That very well could be. I'm gonna end up finding it like right after we get done doing the podcast. I'm gonna be pissed.
Oh, that's all right.
Oh well, it'd be all right. Yeah, no, there's a whole lot of Terminator stuff. The Joker looks interesting. Not my favorite.
Is he based
version
off the
of
new
the
Joker
Joker.
movie?
No, it didn't really
I
look
haven't
like
really
it.
followed that. You know that's that R-rated movie now?
Yeah, I'm pumped for that. That's gonna be good.
Yeah, I really hope
be
it's
real
good.
But I am actually probably most excited that Spawn is in this game because Spawn's just awesome.
Spawn is
just
awesome.
an awesome character for sure. So Ubisoft is looking to develop new IPs. In a recent interview with MCV, which I believe is a UK
Publication.
gaming publication, Ubisoft EMEA executive director Elaine Core.
Elaine. I think it's just Elaine. It's a fancy way of saying
Snowy.
Elaine. Fancy Elaine.
Okay. All right, fancy Elaine, and talked about Ubisoft's plans since separating from Vivendi. Freedom is fantastic. We are an independent company. We want to remain independent. That's the best way we can grow. And we have proven that already many times. So we are super happy to be able to decide what we want to decide when we want to decide it in the future. It's a challenge. Yeah, that was an interesting sentence. It's a challenge because we need a lot of talent to do that. So we're going to continue hiring talent in the studios. We plan to have more in the next 5 years. Core said. We cherish our fans that we cherish our fans that are following our brands like Assassin's Creed or Ghost Recon going forward, but we feel that it's also a good moment now to go onto investing in new IPs. There are lots of new technologies appearing. PC is still developing fast. There are new consoles coming next year. The streaming technology is there. Crossplay is also something that will excite players. So we feel it's right time to create new genres and new IPs for us. After all, if the sun can shine on these ones, we'll have them for a long time to come. That man needs to break up his sentences just a little bit more. Way too many commas. But no, this is cool. I really enjoy a lot of Ubisoft's IPs. I love Ghost Recon. I really the Assassin's Creed games. While I have kind of, I still enjoy the new ones for sure. But they did kind of wear on me a bit. But I think Ubisoft does a lot of really good things, and I would be interested to see them do a new IP because it seems like it's been a while since they've kind of ventured out and done something different other than like Starlink, which again we've talked about was
not go very well.
It didn't go great, and on top of that, the whole gimmick of it was getting Star Fox and basically selling on the Switch because nobody on any other console really cared. But they really, they've really locked down Ghost Recon. They've really locked down, all of the Tom Clancy stuff as a whole, and a lot of their other IPs that they work on. And yeah, sure, expand it. Why not? Hire more talent. Keep going. They've been killing it with fans.
I'm stoked to see them do some new IP for new consoles.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to see that if they've already been working on stuff and be able to see on launch or something like that, or within the first year of launch, some new IP that plays into that streaming. This is the other thing too, right? Is a lot of these companies, as to what Fancy Elaine had pointed out, was that there's so many facets now of direction that can go, whether it's the streaming, whether it's cross play, whether it's PC. I think a lot of companies are really looking into PC now as just wanting to just do a focus on an IP that is strictly PC because it gets so much power out of it. And the market is viable there enough now to the point where you can make a standalone PC game that might not come to console.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, there's so many directions that they can go now for gaming, which is great. It's fantastic. Very interesting to see how IPs in the future tie into that, because I think the days of just making an Assassin's Creed are kind of gone.
Yeah.
Because it's more of making a game that can then encompass like 5 to 7 different revenue streams,
Right.
which is going to be a little nutso, but we'll see how they do. GameStop is our last piece of news in the biggie, the big whopper. GameStop has laid off over 100 people. So as part of the previously announced GameStop reboot initiative to transform our business for the future and improve our financial performance, we can confirm a workforce reduction was implemented, impacting more than 120 corporate staff positions, representing approximately 14% of our total associate base at our company headquarters, as well as at some other offices. A GameStop spokesperson told Kotaku. They continued, while these changes are difficult, they were necessary to reduce costs and better align the organization with our efforts to optimize the business to meet our future objectives and success factors. We recognize that this is a difficult day for our company and particularly for those associates impacted. We appreciate their dedication and service to GameStop and are committed to supporting them during this time of transition. These layoffs also included almost half of those employed at Game Informer, which is a popular website and publication. And if you're a GameStop, they still call Pro. Yeah, they still call it Pro member. Okay, if you have a Pro membership, you get a copy of that mailed to your house every month. Mine shows up extremely fucking late, but it gets here.
Me too.
Yeah, like I don't think
any later the game would already be out by the time I get
legitimately it's
the
it's
magazine
absurd.
that has it on the cover.
Like I get last month's this month.
Right.
But so far the Game Informer editorial staff that have been laid off are Imran Khan, Cyril Vasquez, Kyle Hilliard, Jeff. Jesus Christ, that's not his last name. Jeff Marcia Fava, Yavi Waltney, Elise Favi, and Matt Burtz.
I am so bad with names. I hate anytime there's something with names because I'm always gonna mess it up.
This was the winning bunch, dude. Holy hell for names that are hard to pronounce. These employees have taken to Twitter. So Imran Khan wrote, "My position at Game Informer was eliminated today. Thank you to all the readers, the fans who have sent me nice messages over the years, my colleagues, and everyone in the industry who made me feel welcome. You all made this the best experience of my life." Vasquez had said to Independently, he said, "I was laid off this morning, so today was my last at Game Informer. Thanks to everyone who has made this whole experience a blast over the years. Let me know if you have leads on potential work and unionize your workplace." All right. Kyle Hilliard, I was laid off from Game Informer this morning, which was surprising and heartbreaking. Writing for the magazine gave me some of the best experiences of my life. I absolutely adore everyone I worked with and consider them genuine friends. Jeff, last name too hard to pronounce, simply just wrote, "Well, I'm on a fucking vacation."
God damn.
Great attitude to that. That's awesome. Yavi Gwaltney. Today, while covering Gamescom in Germany, I found out that I've been laid off alongside many of the talented, amazing human beings I got to work with at Game Informer. It sucks and I'm not sure what's ahead, but I'll be okay. I'm really proud of the things that we built at Game Informer, and I'm going to miss the place and working with the people that made it so damn amazing there. Elise Favis said, "I was laid off, and today is my last day at Game Informer, ... Along with a handful of colleagues, I'm heartbroken. I love my work so much. But if you know of anywhere that's hiring, give me a heads up. Thanks to everyone who has read my words." And Matt Burtz finally said, "Today, GameStop informed me that I don't work at Game Informer anymore. I was very proud to manage and work alongside that incredible team of editors, designers, writers, podcasters, programmers, videographers, and gamers. There will always be fam to me." So, do you want my heartfelt comments first, or do you want my real life business comments first? Because there's a dose of reality to this.
Yeah, go ahead and do the reality first, and then give your heartfelt. I feel like that's a better way to go about it. Soften it a little bit.
All right. So the reality of this is that
Mhm.
GameStop has to do something to uh, lower their costs so that their stock performs better and that investors are happier with it and that it aligns with their approved plan that their board has already approved. Now,
Right.
in doing
The
so,
writing on the wall has been there
been
for a
here,
while at this
yes.
point.
Yeah, I mean that's another point. Now, another realist point of this is you have to look at what is the weakest link or the most disposable item, or in this case, disposable asset within your corporation that you can dispose of without a lot of back end work on disposing it, without a lot of issues or backfire. And you generally go for things that probably aren't as popular as other items, and you go for things that are generally add-ons or pluses to things versus things that make you a large stake of revenue. Um, Game Informer is great. I think everyone that works there is fantastic.
Mhm.
They make a great looking magazine. I read it. I just don't think many people read magazines. It's in
No.
GameStop. No one really gets excited about it, and that's not because it's Game Informer. That's because it's a fucking magazine.
And on top
Nobody
of that,
reads
it's
them.
not like it really brings in much revenue because most of the time it just comes with your pro
Yeah, it's
membership.
just an additive,
I mean, it's just an additive, like you said. And
which
on
is
top of
great.
that, like
That's
they
cool.
they do have the option where you can actually get their magazine digitally now. But even then, it's just I like you said, I get the magazines. I'll usually kind of flip through them, but the amount of times that I actually have time to sit down and just flip through a magazine are very few and far between for sure.
Yeah, like
It's just
I literally have an issue right here. Beautiful
hey,
covers all the time.
oh
Very
yeah,
nice on the inside. Good writing, everything. But this kind of shit, I mean, physical media like this it's going away, dude.
it's dying. Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's something that is not, especially the generation after us. I mean, really do
Oh
not
yeah.
care at all. Like, could not give a shit about a newspaper or a
Oh yeah.
magazine.
Absolutely.
And I don't think that means that the magazine is completely dead. I think they just laid off a certain
No.
amount of staff. But I mean, the
Well,
writing's on the wall to basically get rid of Game Inform, I would assume at this point.
I would think so. I think they would still be able to keep their website running. I mean,
Sure.
they still do, kind of like your IGN type stuff and like just kind of general reporting, but a lot of it is not so much reporting. I guess it's still kind of more article based and it's still more about like kind of a little bit more in depth on certain things, which is what Game Informer has kind of always been about. Uh, uh, but yeah, 100% what you're saying. I mean, as shitty as it is business and it is something that uh, these people probably aren't nearly as surprised about as they're acting like
Mm-hmm.
they are. I think they're surprised it happened today. I don't think that overall they're surprised it actually happened because the whole thing with GameStop has been going on for what, a year now at
A couple
least.
years, dude.
I
I'd
mean,
probably say like 2
a
years.
year since we've been covering it. All right, I
Sure,
mean,
yeah.
we're coming up on a year of doing this podcast, and the GameStop thing has kind of been. It was like 3 episodes in. We're like, hey, we're covering something on GameStop. So
Yeah.
it's not really surprising. It is sad to see. I mean, Game Informer. I've remembered since I was a kid. I've always remembered that the magazine covers with Game Informer written across the top of them. I mean, they really just have like a they had the market for the gaming magazine for forever. I mean, you had Nintendo Power and stuff too, but
And that
I
ended.
yeah, and that ended. And I always remembered Game Informer though, and it is sad to see, and I feel bad for these people, but I'm sure they will find work somewhere else. Game Informer has always written fantastic articles. I'm sure they will be able to find jobs. But yeah, it's sad, but it's also reality all at the same time.
Yeah. I think the reason why they cut these is to just honestly just completely kill Game Informer eventually.
Yeah.
I think they're going to keep the other people around to pack up, clean up stuff if there are people around still left for that, and just essentially kill the thing, because they write in their statement, the changes are difficult but necessary to reduce costs and better align the organization. They're not reducing costs of like 6 employees. Their salaries, it's not their salaries that matter. It's the fact of the entirety of Game Informer itself. They need to just completely get rid of, out of their guess library or portfolio of assets.
If I remember correctly, there's 18 people on their editorial staff, and this is 7. So almost half. Not quite, but yeah, it is sad to see, but it's very much seems like an end of an era. But to believe that a magazine was going to continue on is unrealistic.
So I hope stuff like this usually springboards new companies for people who get laid off, or new cool adventures. So I hope that some of these people make a podcast or YouTube channel or something, because some of these people are great.
Yeah,
and it's I wish all the best for them, but
absolutely.
At the end of the day, man, if you're a business, and especially if you're a publicly traded business, you have to cut costs, or else the entire company can shut down. I mean, people get really upset. I mean, obviously this one individual in here got upset and pointed to the unionization of stuff, but it's like, this is where there's the reality of it. When you're a company, it's never easy laying people off. Now, I'm sure the way that they did it wasn't the greatest way. I'm sure it was just a letter this morning.
Yeah, honestly, it doesn't seem like they handled it very well at all.
But at the same time, what is more? Gotta be careful. What is more responsible? Laying off a set defined list of 7 people, or continuing to hold people under another company, and that small company continues to lose money, continues to burden the other company and its finances, continues to shrink the value of their shares, and then the entire company itself collapses. Right. It's 7 or 300, or thousands, because of the retail locations. Yeah. And I'm sure what's next is going to be the retail locations are going to start closing.
Well, they already a few weeks ago, they had gotten rid of some of their branch managers in different areas, or regional managers. Sorry, I think it was like 13 regional managers, if I remember correctly.
So you know what's going to happen there, right? They got rid of the regional managers for that.
Right.
Instead of 13 people doing it, 5 people are going to do it, and some stores are going to close.
Right.
And that's it with that. Fort Wayne didn't lose any stores yet, has it?
I don't know. I have not really looked into it.
Well, you said the only thing was the ThinkGeek was possibly closing down, right?
From what I heard, ThinkGeek as a whole was shutting down, but I don't know that for a fact.
The retail or even the online?
From what I understand, as a company, ThinkGeek is closing up. Let me double check on that. But
oh my God, that's crazy.
From what that's what I had read previously. I didn't fact check that, because I wasn't really
expecting that.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on reporting on it or anything. But
right, yeah. No, I mean, I guess they'll have to close retail locations. And I mean, it sounds like with their new initiative is either they'll close most of them and open a new one that's bigger, because I don't know how you really create localized tournament scenes or esports scenes that they want to do within a lot of the stores that are, most GameStops are pretty small. They're just kind of a hole in the mall.
ThinkGeek is closing. It will be replaced as a section of GameStop. And that's the website and the brick and mortar stores. All of it.
Holy shit.
Yep. This was from June 14th, 2019.
Well, it makes sense.
Yeah, I get it.
You can take all of those, well, not all of it, but if you can take that merchandise and do something proper with it in GameStop.
Well, GameStop already has a lot of that kind of stuff, but it just
they put it on the fucking wire shelves and shit. God, I really want some I just want to walk in, man, and see like nice tables and stuff with like PCs on it, or like nice consoles on it, good merch, nice display cabinets. I just
Well,
don't. The old game store style is just, it's gone, dude. Everyone wants experiences and just a place to walk around and look
and one
and
thing we
touch.
talked about with GameStop before is they just open too many damn stores. I mean, you look at we've got a GameStop in the most random small little dinky town around where we live that it doesn't make any sense. And then we've got like 5 or 6 of them in our
In
main
the actual city, yeah.
in the main city. And it's like but why? I just who needs that many
Yeah,
stores?
there's 6 GameStops in the vicinity of a city that holds about 300,000 people.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then there's a GameStop and a ThinkGeek right near each other.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's
Bizarre. I think they
that makes
genuinely
sense.
like just put or opened way too much and tried to extend themselves way too far, and then now they're backpedaling really hard.
Huh. Oh, we'll have to see. I mean, my next prediction is that a bunch of stores close down.
Oh
I
yeah.
wouldn't be surprised if they closed like almost all the stores eventually in our city, but like the transition. So they close most of them, then they find a new location for a big one, because as I said previously, I don't know how the fuck they would do like an esports or a local gaming scene
Yeah.
without having more space than what they're
Right.
normal. All the game stops, at least in our city, are pretty small.
Yeah, just do one large GameStop and keep your Think Geek type store inside of there as well, and or not. I mean, not a whole separate store, but a
Yeah.
whole section devoted to it. I mean, they don't have room in any of the GameStops around here. You wouldn't have room to put like a half of a Think Geek in there or anything. You know, it's I don't know. It's going to be really interesting going forward, but I am almost surprised that ThinkGeek did not do better than the actual mothership of
No, I
GameStop
think
as a
it's
whole.
because they got bought by GameStop, right? And then they
Right.
got pushed, and they tried to do the exact same thing that they did with video games, but with a bunch of geeky shit. Because ThinkGeek's website used to be insane. I mean, it used to do
Oh yeah.
bonkers, dude. That used to be the place. And I bet you if they kept it online, it still would be alive.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I think again I think they just extended themselves too far. But yeah, at this point in time, like I said, I'm almost surprised that ThinkGeek was not making more money than what GameStop is. Just because people love geeky
People love
stuff.
nerdy
I
shit,
mean,
yeah.
hell yeah. I mean, I've got a lot of stuff
Yeah, a
from
lot of pops
stores
back
like
there.
that,
A lot of
and
pops
yeah,
back there.
yes,
Damn.
sir.
Well, guys, this podcast takes time and effort to create. If you'd like to support us, there's 2 ways you can. One is by heading on over to our Patreon, patreon.com/Diggity Podcast, and become a patron over there. You can also support us by heading on over to audibletrial.com/Diggity, where you can get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial on us. You can cancel at any time, and you actually get to keep your audiobook too if you cancel, if you don't enjoy it. But personally, I love Audible. It's fantastic. There's a shit ton of titles to choose from. For your iPhone, your Android, your Kindle, MP3 player, Alexa microwave, a bunch of other stuff. I mean, it's literally on everything. It's fantastic. And the great part about it too is you can make notes, which I think I talked about that a couple podcasts ago, but I've recently found that feature out. And the fact that I can add notes to an audiobook, pretty neat.
That's
Reading
pretty cool.
is for the lame. Let a robot read to you today. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Diggity Podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Search for Diggity or Diggity Gaming, and you'll find our little green logo. You can also find me on Xbox One. My Xbox username is Maple Jeff, like the syrup. Brah.
My Xbox name is Luscious Brody, and on PlayStation, Wolverine's cousin, like the X-Men.
I've decided that when the next PlayStation comes out, which I'll be buying both consoles, but when the next PlayStation comes out, I will be refreshing and reusing the name Lance Armstrong's left testicle. Or left
Yes.
nut. I
Left
will
nut, left nut. Yeah, yeah.
absolutely bring back Lance Armstrong's left nut.
I look
That's
forward
my
to
PSN ID. I'm stoked. Guys, leave us a review. whether it be a comment on our YouTube channel or it's a review on Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts. It helps us get noticed on all the platforms. That's pretty much how it works. Engagement is what makes you noticed on those platforms. And more importantly, when you leave a comment and you leave feedback in your review, it allows us to make the show better each and every single week. And we live for those things because we've been doing this for almost a year. So episode 98, you know, what I'm excited for? The next episode 99, the great one, the Gretz.
The
Man.
Gretz.
Yeah, buddy. Wayne Gretzky. 99,
Yes.
the great one, baby. Woo! Damn, it's a shame 99 wasn't in Canada. What will we do for the Canadian episode?
I don't know. I'm not from Canada.
Neither am I.
We'll do something Canadian.
What will we do?
Sure.
Yeah, we'll do something Canadian.
We'll come up with some Canadian shit.
Some beers in the hot tub or whatever.
Yeah, that sounds
good.
Do
it live from the hot tub.
That'd be great.
You just hear blah, 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 the entire time from the fucking jets. We did not think this through.
This was a bad choice.
Bad choice. Now, you know what we'll do? We'll go in the woods.
There you go.
We'll go in the woods. There'll be like moose and bears and shit.
Meese?
Oh, God.
Meese.
No.
Meese and bears.
Mooses. All right, guys. We'll see you. We'll see you for the Wednesday show. See ya.
I'm going to go get me some meese.